Hey guys, it's Maymay and welcome to another video. And look at this adorable picture of Shannon, her husband Blake, and their baby Noah. Now, it is not a current photo, I know, but I needed a photo to show you this idea I have. So we have this punch that I have wanted to utilize for a long, long time. And it's Christmas time and you're getting ready to send out your Christmas cards. And a lot of you guys like to send your cards with photos. Okay, check this out. I think this is going to be cool. Here's what you'll need. This photo is a 4x6 photo. So simple. Take the photo, go to any photo place you want to, print it in 4x6, or do like I do, print it yourself on your computer using the print to size app. And so get a 4x6 photo. Okay, that's what you're going to start with. Then this piece is 4¼ by 4¼ so it's just slightly larger than the photo itself. And then choose a piece that's 5x7 for your background. Now here's the thing, you don't want to send this photo so that it's permanently attached, right? And a lot of times when we send pictures, they're like the kind that are printed with like Christmas all over them and stuff, and people don't leave those up year round. But my plan is to do this where you're just sending a photo, someone can put it in an album or a frame or whatever. So let me show you how we're going to do it. First thing we're going to do is prep the photo. So we got it ready to go, and we're going to use this punch, okay? It is made so that it punches the corners with these little lines, these little holes like this. It's totally made for this purpose, I think. It might have been made for just cardstock, but I think a photo is going to work just fine. And I did not have real photo paper today to use, so what I did was I printed this on a super thick cardstock so I could show you that it will work with a photo, okay? So here's what you'll do. I would go ahead and put the photo in here while you can manipulate this in your hand, okay? So I've got this where I can kind of mess with it, blah, blah, blah. Then I would glue it down afterwards, being careful not to glue my photo down right here, see? Because once this is on the card, the recipient will be able to pull it out of here easy enough. But for you to get it in, if you glued this piece down to your card first, you could struggle getting this in. So go ahead, put this in first. And what I'm doing, I'll show you, I'm feeding it to where it goes in and out. I'll bring this up so you can see this really good. Let me show you. Let me get it all centered here. So I'm feeding it to where it goes in and out of the punch so you see the corners of the photo, but you wouldn't have to do that. You could just feed it to where it's underneath one line or even the small line. That would be up to you. So the photo is ready, okay? So when the recipient gets it, they can just take it off of there. But we need to make the card pretty. So here's the front, right? I think it goes like that. I'm going to decorate the back, and the stamp set I've chosen to use is this one called Wonder. I love all of this part, all of this kind of play you can do. And I took the paper. I want to even show you what I actually literally did. So I took the paper and I went to my VersaFine Clayers and I took a piece of scrap out and I did a little swatch. This was the wrong red. You can see it doesn't work, but this is a perfect red, right? This purple looks great with this. Even though it's not really purple, there's a little purple in this area and it works. And this green, it's literally like they were made for this paper. So that's the colors we're going to use on the back. And they are Chianti, Glamorous, and Shady Lane. So now what we're going to do is stamp. Now I want to get my little ink catcher. You guys, this ink catcher is nothing more than a piece of laminated cardstock. This was sent to me by Gloria years ago. She made these for me. So it's just a laminated piece of cardstock, but it's perfect for catching ink if you run off the page, and I plan to run off the page. All right, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I have an idea in mind. I haven't tried it. We're going to play and see what happens. So I know I want to do the lines from this stamp set. They're so cool, like this little wavy line. I'm going to sit this down on my cardstock and then pick it up on my press. This is my little press stamp, you know, that has the little feet. I'm going to pick it up on there. I think this one I want to be my darkest color. And the reason is the next two are going to be stars and another line. I think I want the stars to be the lightest color. So I'm going to do this one in green. And what I'm going to do is ink this guy up. And because of the way it's inked on the other side, I mean, because of the way the picture's kind of watercolory, I really don't care if this is a nice, thick, solid image when it's done. I just want to ink this up, and I'm going to come in like this. And my thought is, first I thought I would carry it across the page, but I'm kind of thinking it'd be pretty just on this edge. I don't know, y'all. We're going to just see what happens. I can always carry it out if I want to. All right, let's get the next color. And I think I'm going to do my line in the purple, my next line, because I'm doing 2 lines and some stars. So let's do this one in purple. I feel like the stars need to be the pinky color, the red color. All right, so purple. And here's the other thing. Even if these colors are not perfect, this is on the back of the card. So nobody's really going to see that. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to realize that the colors are not the exact match for the front. If I want to extend this out all the way, I can come here and continue. I don't think I'm going to. I think I got an idea here. All right, now let me clean one of these off. All right, I picked my stars up and I want to do them in the red. So let's move that ink out of the way, bring the red over. This stamp set is so beautiful. And I'm going to tell you something. I have embossed this before where you take the three colors, and I did it in like silver. I think it was silver, gold, and copper. We'll try to link that video for you to show you. It's so beautiful when you mix the colors together on this guy. All right, and then I'm going to put this one. I can turn it the other way too if I'd rather. Nope, I like it the other way. Okay, let me hit it with ink one more time since I did all that playing. I could huff on it. Do you know what that is? Whenever you've waited a little long on your ink and you're afraid it might dry out a little bit, you can just take your breath and kind of go on it, and that'll help to moisten it up again. Ugh, people hate that word. It doesn't bother me. Okay, stick this down. I'm going to do a really good job here. I'm going to pay attention, try to get it stamped really well. Look how pretty. Doesn't that just look like a Christmas party? Love it. Okay, for the ends of out here, I want to show you what we're going to do. From the same stamp set, I have put the two little stars and the little dot. It's like a little dot cluster. And I'm going to use it to kind of continue out. So I'm going to grab this little cluster, and I'm just going to get on here kind of where that one stops. Let's bring it this way. And just bring this one out a little bit more. Just kind of carry on with the dots just for texture, okay? Then I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to use, I think I'm going to take this green and stamp it on the end of that line so the line doesn't look just quite so stoppy, and then come back in here and add some of those other colors of stars. I just think this will be pretty. I think when somebody gets it, they'll be like, oh, that's really cool. Like, I don't know. I just like it. All right, and then let's put one here. So there's that one. Then I'm going to take this little guy and do it in the purple. I am setting myself up for failure with the way I have these inks laid out. I'm going to put my arm in that before you know it. All right, let's put one here. And this is the prettiest little thing. Y'all remember Mandy that worked for me? This was a stamp set she designed, and I love it. Now, while I've got this out, I'm going to continue doing some stamping. I think I'm going to do, I feel like I'm going to do some words up here in this corner and then maybe a sentiment. Let me just see how this looks. Let me see. I really like this kind of here. Okay, so I'm going to move this red because I'm going to put my fingers in it. I'm going to go to the purple and load this piece word up. I've not stamped this one in a while, and I cannot tell if it got put away dirty or if it is stained. I have not tried to clean it. So I'm going to stamp this on a scrap piece just to test it because I want to make sure I don't get a color I'm really not looking for. If I were you, oh, that's perfect. If I were you, I would just clean my stamps. Not really, but I would. Clean your stamps. That's what we should do. All right. I don't know who used this one last. Could have been me. Could have left it dirty. All right. I'm going to ink it. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to do this to be safe because I want to make sure I get the whole thing. We don't want to go to it and mess up. Fortunately, our photo is not permanently attached at this point. All right. So I want to put the word peace here. Let me put this straight or I'm going to really be sad with myself. Peace like so. Okay. It all down. Didn't Mandy do a good job on this one? I think she did. Oh, pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Then I'm going to use with, I think the green, I'm going to do this Christmas season underneath here. Get that kind of straight. I'm not putting my head in the camera. And then right above it in the red, I'm going to do wishing you. So let me close these to be safe. Bring the red back over, and I'm going to do wishing you. Okay, and I'm going to put that right here. And our colors will all match, and everything will be kind of custom. Isn't that pretty? Love that. Okay, now what I want to do, is get my ink, what is it called? My mono sand eraser, and erase the ink that I got on my page. Let me move this off. I sure knew I knew I would do it right. That's okay. We're going to use our mono sand eraser and just erase that purple off. If this happens to you and you don't have a mono sand eraser, just stamp a star up there, which I may end up doing if this doesn't come off because it is purple on white paper. Let me get that. Oh, it's coming off. There we go. You can always just stamp a star, right? Just stamp something over what you did there. Gosh, quit slinging it. Okay, now what I want to do, I thought about putting one of these other sentiments like praying you have a very blessed Christmas season. I think that'd be really pretty. Let's do it. Let us do it. I think it will be gorgeous. Let me get it all set up. For this one, I'm going to do it with black. I think it'll be pretty to add. Every card needs a little bit of black in it just to kind of make it very elegant. Let me bring this a little bit closer to me. And this is praying you have a very blessed Christmas season. And then there's still room for signatures. Oh, it's so pretty, y'all. I love how that's turning out. Okay, so now what we want to do, you could ink the edge if you wanted to. This is a great place to sign it, all that good stuff. I'm going to flip this over and we're going to bring our photo back. Now remember, it's going to live like this, and we want to be careful how we glue this down. So I'm going to take some glue. And I'm going to make sure I go out here to this corner, and to this corner. Not too much, because I don't want to glue the photo in. I want the recipient to be able to take the photo out and use it somewhere else. So then we're going to come right through here. And again, I want to put my photo in first. You need to trust me on that. If you try to do it after you glue this down flat, the recipient will you will have a hard time putting this guy in, but the recipient will be able to grab this photo from the middle and lift it out. Now, is there more we could do? You certainly could add more little cut aparts or images around here. You could tie ribbon around it if you wanted to. But here's the thing. If you're going to do all the work I showed you on this one, think about it. If you're going to make these for all your friends and family, keep them simple, because the photo is the thing, right? The photo is what they want to see. And then when you look on the back, oh, did you just have a panic moment that I glued this on upside down? I didn't, but I had the same panic moment because I didn't check. Be sure you check. Isn't that beautiful? Don't you love it? You could add so much to it, but I think it's beautiful like this. And it all came from this little guy. It has been in my brain for over a week to try this and see how it would look, and I love it. Think about this. If you wanted to do a bigger size, if you were going to just hand these out, you could make this bigger if you wanted to. You could do it smaller, size it down to the size of your photo. But look how cute her little family looks. Isn't that fresh? Love it. So I wanted to tell you which paper pack this is. This is the Maymay Time of Wonders, which I think is so beautiful. That's the paper pack I'm using. And I want to tell you this. I consider this a make a fuss card. I know it looks simple, but by the time you do all the stamping and all the punching and all the cutting and all of that good stuff, it takes little time. So if this is your Christmas card this year and you're going to make several of them, keep it simple. Little bit of paper, little bit of process, and when the recipient gets it, they're not going to care about the carrier. They're going to care about the photo that they can release and keep, right? Love it. Thank you, Shannon and Blake and Noah, for letting me use your image on our video today. We looked at mine. None of my Christmas pictures match this paper. I wanted to use this paper so bad because I think it's gorgeous. And I wanted to do Christmas colors different. And I just think that's beautiful. Love it. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. Now, you know the deal. When you start making these, I want to see them. So post them on our customer gallery at maymaymadeit.com. I cannot wait to see your work. Don't forget to subscribe. I got a lot more holiday content coming your way. Some really cool stuff I think you're going to like to see. And if you like this video, it really helps me if you give it a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know, hey, folks like this content. They like what she's doing here. And if you give it a thumbs up, they'll spread it all over the place for me. And I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And until next time, bye now.